Who's alive? How can you prove you're alive? Can you? We'll get to that. Have we ever proved it? Morning, Herbie. Morning, Bill. Morning, Cat. Catzilla. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Morning, Married Michael. Good morning, Derek Anderson. Good morning, friends. What have we got going on? Who's all here? Are you here? Hit that like button, Herbie says. Yeah, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, too. Then the internet will tell you when you can just swipe right the notification on your phone. It's like, oh, alright. Morning, Married. Then you can, like, you just swipe it. And you're like, oh, yeah, he's live. Alright, cool. Now you're done. That's all you gotta do. Good morning, nerd. Good morning, Nerd Nature, my friend. Half the reason I do this show is so I can say good morning to Nerd Nature. The other half of the reason I do this show is a whole lot of other reasons. Alright. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you all had a great weekend. This is about to get messed. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. You know what I did this weekend? Here's what I did this weekend. Not much. Not much. I got a tour to take you on. I did a little bit of landscaping on the mine, the claim, the modeling. I did a little bit of modeling. I watched my Cornhuskers lose. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Midlife. I watched the Cornhusker. Hold on, let me get to that. Morning, Penny. There we go. Penny messed up my morning. I'm glad she's here. She knows. She messed up my morning. Okay, she gave me work to do this morning. I was like, I don't wanna do that. But she's like, you have to do this. And I'm like, I don't wanna do that though. And she's like, you have to. And I'm like, okay, but I don't want to. So, here we go. Let me get to it here. I'm going to show you what Penny's making me do. I didn't want to do this. Here we go. Penny made me, she wants to, what she told me, she sent me some hate mail this morning. She said, look, you really messed up my birthday. And so I'm going to need you to really step it up today. And I need you, look, I know that we had that, good morning, Laura. Good morning, exception. By the way, adjust your volumes. Adjust your volumes. Good morning, everybody. She didn't know. Penny turned, 27 last week? 27? I think she's a sprightly 27, and so we celebrated her birthday last week by singing some songs. And this morning she said, look, I'm going to be turning 28 soon, and I need you to get ready. And so I was like, okay. And so she sent me 2 songs to sing. So adjust your volumes. Exception. I apologize for your headphones. Talk to Penny. Maybe Penny will get maybe on her 29th birthday, she'll get a new pair of headphones and she can gift it to you for this one. Alright. Good morning, everybody. We're at 23 people. We have 11 likes. Halfway there. We're halfway there, folks. We're halfway there. The sirens are screaming and the fires are howling. Way down in the valley tonight. There's a man in the shadows with a gun in his eye. And a blade shining oh so bright. There's evil in the air and there's thunder in the sky. And the killers on the bloodshot streets. And down in the tunnels where the deadly are rising. Oh, I swear I saw a young boy down in the gutter. He was starting to foam in the heat. This is a weird song. Penny. Okay? I tried listening, like, it's the most... The next song is even worse. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you go, and whoever you are, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know we'll both be so alone. Like, it slows down, but then it like speeds up and it like slows down. It's the worst song in the world. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling back to you. This is all true. I'm gonna hit the highway like a battering ram on a silver black phantom bike. And when the metal is hard and the engine is hungry and we're all about to see the light, nothing ever grows in the rotting old hole and everything is stunted and lost. And nothing really rocks and nothing really rolls and nothing's ever worth the cost, right? But you know how to sing to it. You're like, yeah! Really, Penny just wants me to sing songs that have, like, half of it's instrumental, the other half of it, it's just, it's like not actually a song. She just wants me to read poetry. So I'm going to read the rest of this as if it's a poem. She's like, can you do music that's, like, not actually music, but it has, if it's mostly stuff you can't sing, can you sing that song? Yeah, sure, no problem. Well, I know that I'm damned if I never get out. And maybe I'm damned if I do. But with every other beat I've got left in my heart, you know I'd rather be damned with you. Well, if I gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned, dancing through the night with you. Well, if I gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned, gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned, gotta be damned, you know I wanna be damned, dancing through the night, dancing through the night, dancing through the night with you. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are, and wherever you go, there's always going to be some light. But I gotta get out. I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know we'll both be so alone. We're not even halfway through the song yet. Here we go. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. But when the day is done and the sun goes down and the moonlight shining through, then like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll be crawling on back to you. Really, just Penny just wants me to crawl. That's all this is. This is just Penny expressing dominance. So I get this. Then, like a sinner before the gates of heaven, I'll be crawling back to you. Well, I can see myself tearing up the road faster than any boy's ever gone. And my skin is raw, but my soul is ripe, and no one's gonna stop me now. I'm gonna make my escape, but I can't stop thinking of you. And I never see the sudden curve till it's way too late. I'm gonna crash. I never see the sudden curve till it's way too late. I'm gonna crash. I'm going way too fast. There's rain hitting my eyes. The windshield's not high enough. I'm not wearing a helmet. I'm a danger on the streets. I am absolutely not supposed to be riding a motorcycle right now. Especially when I'm so full of passion. You know the one thing that kills most motorcyclists? Meatloaf songs. I didn't know that. Then I'm down at the bottom of a pit in the blazing sun, torn and twisted at the foot of a burning bike. I didn't know, what? And then I think somebody somewhere must be telling about. And the last thing I see is my heart still beating, breaking out of my body and flying away like a bat out of hell. Really? You died in a motorcycle accident and now your heart's just flying around. Okay. This is like a PSA. Don't ride a motorcycle. Then I'm down in the bottom of a pit in the blazing sun, torn and twisted in the foot of a burning bike. And I think somebody somewhere must be tolling the bell. And the last thing I see is my heart still beating, breaking out of my body and flying away. Like a bird in the hell, like a bird in the hell, like a bird in the hell, like a bird in the hell. Right, and it just keeps going. You're like, oh man, I'll be gone when the morning comes. Alright. Song number 1. Here comes song number 2. Penny, I love you. Don't ever do this to me again. This is gonna suck. And I mean like in a good way. Okay? I mean in like the best way possible. I need you guys to realize this is gonna be really, really difficult on me. Okay? I should have stretched. Should have stretched a little. You know what I found? Is I found a new drink. These things are, evil. What? These things are wackadoo. I'm gonna get to it, Penny. Don't worry, okay? I'm gonna get to it. But no sugar? It says sucralose, which means it has fake sugar. It's got fake sugar. It can say no sugar by having sucralose in it, okay? Alright. Here we go. No, it'll absolutely kill you. You drink too much of it, too many of those, holy balls and a half. Alright, here we go. Blame Penny for this, okay? So blame Penny. She'll be 30 in a couple weeks. And so you can just send her all the hatred that you have for what I'm about to do to her. I don't know, don't send anybody hate. Here we go. And I would do anything for love. I'd run right into hell and back. Oh, right? And I would do anything for love. I'll never lie to you, and that's a fact. Oh no, right? And you're like, oh. But I'll never forget the way you feel right now. Oh no, no way. I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. No, I won't do anything for love. Oh, I would do anything for love, right? I would do anything for love. The crap part about finding lyrics to this song is they're not really like in order of like, you know how you used to learn all your songs by watching music videos, right? And so the music video is way different than the song on the album, right? And I used to listen to I had the album, like the tape. I listened to tapes, and so I would listen to the tape, and then I would go on TV, VH1 or MTV or whatever it is, and I would go, all right, and like this song is 300 minutes long on video. Like the YouTube video said it was longer than your show. Don't watch it. So I don't know what okay? A lot of work today. But I won't do that. No, I won't do that. Right? But you're like, wait a second. Isn't there like a part where it's like super dramatic? You're like, oh yeah, alright, here it comes. Some days it don't come easy, and some days it don't come hard, and some days it don't come at all, and these are the days that never end. And some nights you breathe in fire, and some nights you carved in ice, Some nights there's nothing I've ever seen before. Will again. Right, and then it says pre-chorus. Right, and then it's a chorus, and so I don't know how these lyrics are gonna go. Penny, happy birthday! All right, she'll be 32 in a little bit, and this is all for Penny's 33rd birthday. And maybe I'm crazy. Oh, it's crazy and true. I know you can save me. No one else can save me now but you. As long as the planets are turning, as long as the stars are burning. As long as the dreams are coming true, you better believe it. That I would do anything for love. And I'll be there till the final act. Oh. And I would do anything for love. I'll take her out and seal a pact. Oh. But I'll never forgive myself if we don't go all the way tonight, right? You're like, wait a second, I don't know how the song goes. And I would do anything for love. And I would do anything for love. And I would do anything for love. But I won't do that. Oh, no, I won't do. Now, let's break it on down to, wait a second, isn't this like to someone? And then it's like, yeah, absolutely. Here's the to someone. Lorraine Crosby, by the way, is absolutely fire. Okay, she's got this like outfit on in the video, and it's all like, whoo! I forgot about how absolutely fire. I didn't want to turn. I was like, well, looks like I'm gonna watch this video over and over again. Thanks, Penny. All right. So here, it's Penny's part. I'm sure she knows the lyrics by heart. Will you raise me up? Will you help me down? Will you help me get right out of this God-forsaken town? Will you make it all a little less cold? And then Meatloaf comes in. He's all Phantom of the Opera, beastie. I don't know why. The concept of the video, it's the weirdest video in the world. Why is he a beastly Phantom of the Opera saying, I'll do anything? And she's like, will you do this for me? And he's like, yeah, I'll do this for you. Yeah, absolutely. Will you hold me sacred? Yeah, absolutely. Will you hold me tight? Tighter than ever. Can you colorize my life? I'm so sick of black and white. It's in color already. Can you make it all a little less cold? Yeah, absolutely. There's a heater right there. We've got the fan blowing it all around. It's not cold, okay? Don't worry. We got heat going on. I can do that. Will you make me some magic with your own two hands? No. Can you build an emerald city with these grains of sand? Hold on. Let me show you what I can build. I can build that. Oh no, yes, I can build that. Okay, now it's... Hold on. Can you give me something I can take home? If you go to thedetroitmushlab.net, absolutely. Now I can do that. Oh no, I can do... Well, Pops can do that. I don't do that. That's not me. Will you cater to every fantasy I got? Will you hose me down with holy water? If I get to... You know that part of the song. Hold on. Let's actually sing that one, because that's one of my favorite, 90s lyrics of all time. So let's go. Will you cater to every fantasy I got? Will you hose me down with holy water? If we get too hot? Nailed it. Oh, God, I got my Lorraine impression is just on fire tonight. Please hose me down with holy water. Will you take me places I've never known? I can do that. Oh, now I can do... After a while, you'll forget everything. It was a brief interlude and a Midsummer Night's thing, and you'll see that it's time to move on I won't do that. I'm not going to do that. I know the territory. I've been around. It'll all turn to dust and we'll all fall down. Look, Lorraine, you're really freaking out. Okay, you need to settle. And I'm not trying to tell you to chill, okay? I know that we're not supposed to say that to folks. You know, but like, sooner or later you'll be screwing around. You know, maybe, I don't know. Okay? That's not true. I won't do that. No, I won't do that. Okay? I promise. I won't, like, it won't turn to dust, and now I know what exactly, like, you gotta read the lyrics to the song to realize exactly what you're saying, what Meatloaf is saying he won't do. I won't forget everything. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell, nailed it. And I won't do that. You hose me down with holy water, if it get too hot. Oh, I can do that. Oh no. Good morning, CCS. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Penny. Thank you. Really, I think Penny's just showing that, I'm hers, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know Penny and I were dating, but I guess we're dating. I didn't know. That's fine. I'm alright with that, you know? It's okay. She's like, can you sing me songs this morning? Yeah, no problem. I would do anything. Absolutely. Good morning. Good morning. Adam Price says, if you gained a couple 100 pounds, you'd be a great Meatloaf impersonator. I don't know who should be insulted more about that. Me or Meatloaf? I'm not sure. Good morning to Waz, by the way. Good morning to the Waz. The Waz, I apologize for what I did to your Meatloaf there. So, Michael, a lot of people say they need more. We're just doing more songs today? Are we just doing that? We're gonna break the radio again? Alright, we can do that. We can break the radio. Let's break the radio. Happy birthday. By the way, Hudson, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Alright. Sure, why not, Penny? This is what you did. See, Penny not only ruins my morning, she kind of like dictates my show. Alright, I thought we were gonna have like a general Q&A kind of show. Like I thought maybe, you know, we'd talk about the, you know, by the way, is your Netflix working? Something around 9:30 on Friday, my Netflix started. I was watching. Did you watch Friday? Who watched the show? Who watched the show? Did you like the spectacle? Did you see the fight? I saw the fight. I had to go online. It's your show. Do whatever you want, Penny says. Thank you. We will. I'm still waiting for a good song to come up that people want me to sing. I tuned in to watch the fight. I got Friezo vision. Herbie, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson teamed up to knock out Netflix. I didn't figure on. I said this before. I didn't figure on Netflix taking a dive in the third fight. I didn't see the Serrano, the ladies fight. I didn't see that one because it started glitching real hard during an interview. During an interview with the owner of whatever promotion that they were working with, the interview was glitching hard. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. I'm not going to even, like, put up with this. Sorry, Serrano. Sorry, Ty. I'm out. I'm not even going to fight. I'm not going to sit here and wait for the... Pops was on the couch. He was already passed out. He was sleeping. He was gonna wake up before the fight, maybe. And it's like whatever, But then it starts glitching. I saw the Ramos Barrios fight, by the way. That was a good fight. Barrios is supposed to be. He's like 3 inches taller than Ramos, and so if you're taller than your opponent, you got a wicked advantage over your opponent. You may be the same weight class, but if you're taller, you're better. Ramos got knocked down. I think he just kind of tripped and was surprised he got knocked out. Got hit so hard, and so he fell down. That was his first time, right? And then you watch a guy get knocked down the first time, you're like, oh, here comes 2 and 3, And Ramos and Barrios and Ramos were fighting, and it was good. It was good stuff. It was a great looking fight. Ramos comes back and knocks down Barrios, and better looking knockout or knockdown, And so it ends in a draw. What? It's like they didn't want Barrios to lose his belt to a judge's decision on a Netflix show. You know what I mean? They needed Ramos to knock out Barrios, and for whatever reason, they decided to just jab at each other and not try and push the right buttons. So, but that was a hell of a fight. I like that. It was a good fight. The one before that, the Goyat fight, was horrible. It was Goyat versus some influence. It's like if I decided to fight, and it was me versus Josh Blue. That's what the first fight was like. Okay? It's like if Josh Blue, and if you know the joke I'm making, you're laughing really hard. Okay? If you know the joke I'm making, you're laughing really hard. I'm not gonna point it out. Alright? If you know the joke, because that first fight, because you can see me and Josh Blue fisticuffing, right? And if you're laughing right now, you're evil, and this is why you're going down HE double hockey sticks. Okay, if you're laughing at that joke, made you laugh. You know what I'm saying? Me and Josh Blue. Good morning, everybody. Oh, gosh. Needless to say, morning, Cleany. Morning, Bubblegum. Morning, Nerdy. Morning, I don't know who's all here. Oh, Derek, I love you, my guy. Derek's choose kindness, my guy. Stop making lies. You were the one. Niffer, what's going on? King Metro. How's everybody doing? All my friends are here. Good morning, Niffer Mama. Niffer and Cleany showing up. It's always a good day when they show up. Good morning. Midlife says, screw it, I'm making meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I won't make meatloaf. Oh no, unless you ask for it. You know what I mean? Meatloaf is good. I kind of like meatloaf. Meatloaf is a lot better than I expected it to be. So, I don't know. I open the cards I want to do a reading, but I don't want to do a reading. I don't. I kind of want to do another song. Now you got me all singy, Penny. Give me another song. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie. Okay. I learn how to live and I learn how to live and I live about. Oh, woo! There we go. We're going Alan Jackson. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie. Can you say that? Are you allowed? I didn't know that. Can you really? It gets hotter than a hoochie. What the hell is a hoochie? Hold on. Let's get to it. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than the way down yonder. Hold on, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than the hoochie coochie. Learn how to live and learn how it was. Not about living and a little. Okay. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hot in the hoochie coochie. We laid rubber on the Georgia asphalt. We got a little crazy, but we never got caught. Woo! Right? Down by the river on a Friday night, pyramid of canes in the pale moonlight. Talking about cars and dreaming about women. Never had a plan, just a living for the minute. Yeah, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. Never knew how... Okay, hold on. Never knew how much a muddy mother meant to me. But I learned how to swim and I learned who I was. A lot about living and a little about love. Ah! Well, we fogged up the windows in my old Chevy. I was willing, but she wasn't. What the hell? So I settled for a burger and a grape snow cone. I dropped her off early, but I didn't. What a horrible song. This is a horrible country song. Down by the river on a Friday night. Pyramid of canes in the pale moonlight. This is a horrible, horrible 90s country song. Horrible. Horrible. Just drinking. She's not. What do we sing about in the country? Let's go Achy Breaky Heart. Let's see how horrible that one is. Achy Breaky. Let's see. Just. Achy break. Don't tell my heart. My achy breaky heart. Okay. You can tell the world you never was my girl. What the hell? You can burn my clothes up when I'm gone? What was country up to in the 90s? Wow. Or you can tell your friends just what a fool I've been and laugh and joke about me on the phone. You can tell my arms go back to the farm. And you can tell my feet to hit the floor. Okay. And you can tell my lips to tell my fingertips they won't be reaching out for you no more. But don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. And if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, he might blow up. I don't want to. No, come on, man. Horrible music. Let's go. Every light in the house is on. Hold on. Every light in the house is gone. There we go. Hold on. Tracy Adkins. Every light. I told you I'd leave a light on. In case you ever wanted to come back home. A lot of single dudes. A lot of single dudes in country music in the 90s, apparently. You smiled and said you appreciate the gesture. I took your every word to heart. 'Cause I can't stand us being apart. And I love the way you love me. What is that, John Michael Montgomery? Let's go. We did Michael Montgomery the other day. How about... And the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes. We can do that song. We can do that one. A little Garth Brooksy. Yeah. 3:30 in the morning. Not a soul in sight. City's looking like a ghost town on a moonless summer night. Raindrops on the windshield. There's a storm moving in. He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been. Wait, it's not Chattahoochee. Way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, the thunder rolls. And the lightning strikes. Okay, every light is burning in a house across town. She's pacing by the telephone in her faded flannel gown. If you have a flannel gown and it's not faded, it's not actually a flannel. I think, isn't all flannel faded? Like if it's I don't want a bright, shiny flannel gown. I want a faded flannel gown. If I'm wearing flannel, it better be faded. Asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right. Praying it's the weather that's kept him out all... Come on. Does anybody live or love successfully in country music in the 90s? Hold on. Let's look... Let's go. I got it. Here we go. I'm going out tonight. I'm feeling alright. Gonna let it all hang out. Want to make some noise, really raise my voice. Yeah, I want to scream and shout. No inhibitions, make no conditions, get a little out of line. I ain't gonna act politically correct, I only want to have a good time. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and go totally crazy, forget I'm a lady, men's shirt, short skirts, really go wild, yeah, doing it in style, getting the action, feel the attraction, color my hair, doing a dare, I wanna be free, yeah, to feel the way I feel, man, I feel like a woman, hey, this girl needs a break. Tonight, we're gonna take the chance to get out on the town. We don't need romance. We only want a dance. We're gonna let our hair hang down. The best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun and go totally crazy. Forget I'm a lady. Men's shirt, short skirts. Really go wild, yeah, she's doing it in style. Getting the action, feel the attraction, color my hair, do what I dare. I wanna feel, yeah, to feel the way I feel. Man, I feel like a woman. That was Shania Twain. If you didn't know, okay. Let's just wrap it all up. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's go. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. This is all for Penny. This is all for Penny. Thank you, Penny, for, this is all for Penny's 34th birthday. I think she's turning 34 soon. Baby, we can talk all night. But that ain't getting us nowhere. I told you everything I possibly can. There's nothing left inside of here. And maybe you can cry all night, but that'll never change the way that I feel. It's not the right song, but it's the right song, right? The snow is really piling up outside. I wish it wouldn't make me leave here. Right? You're like, what the hell? What's going on here? I poured it on and I poured it out. I tried to show you just how much I care. I'm tired of words and I'm too hoarse to shout, but you've been cold to me so long I'm crying icicles instead of tears, right? Wait a second. This isn't 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And all I can do is keep on telling you I want you. I need you. But there ain't no way I'm ever gonna love you. What? Now don't be sad. 'Cause 2 out of 3 ain't bad. What a horrible song. The 90s. How did we survive the 90s? How did we... Too legit to quit? You know what I mean? Like little MC Hammer? What? Little Boys to Men? Although we go to the end of the road. Let's do it. Boys to, it's actual. It belongs to me. I belong to you. Oh, here we go. Okay. The lyrics. Although we go to the end of the road. Girl, you know we belong together. I have no time for you to be playing with my heart like this. You'll be mine forever, baby. You just see. We belong together. And you know that I'm right. I can't sing this one. Why do you play with my heart? Why do you play with my mind? Said we'd be forever. Said it'd never die. How could you love me and leave me and never say goodbye? What the hell? It's all Meatloaf. When I can't sleep at night without holding you tight, girl, each time I try. What the? It's all like, I just break down and cry. Pain in my head, oh, I'd rather be dead. Spinning around and around. Although we come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Come to the end of the road. Still I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Right? Now we're gonna go into Adele. Hello to me, or no, that's Lionel Richie. We'll do Lionel Richie, hello. Lionel Richie. Hello, it's me you're waiting for. Let's get this. Quite the trip we've been on. Let's just get to the chorus. We don't need the actual song. Did you know there's an actual song? I didn't know. Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. That's all I know of the song. That's all I know. Let's go with Adele. Adele. Hello. Oh boy, Josh blew all up in this. Adele. Hello. Hello. It's me. I was wondering after all these years you'd like to meet. To go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Hello? Can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. And a million miles. Hello? Is it me? What the hell? Okay. I think that's where we're at. It's been quite the little trip we went there. Meatloaf to Adele? Little Lionel Richie in the middle? Little Achy Breaky Heart, little Alan Jackson, a little way too drunk, just dropping her off at the house. She's like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. He's like, fine, I don't want to hang out with you either. It gets hot on the hoochie coochie up in this. We got a hot hoochie coochie. What the hell is Alan Jackson singing about in that song? Way down yonder in the hood. Ladies, stay away from the Chattahoochee, apparently. You're not supposed to be there. Who is? Let's get into the book. Thank you, Penny. Thank you to everybody for sticking with me on this one. Reason lives in language, the banality of evil. We haven't done this one yet. We're going through 3 sections today. 3 sections. We got 2 small ones and a baby one. Or no, I'm sorry, 2. Oh my god. Don't drink any of these. Don't. These are wrong. Too much energy. We're going to go through 2 small sections and then a larger section. Hello? To me you're looking for. I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. The banality of evil. I feel like this is proper for us to start with. We've been reading out of the philosophy book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. We're on page 272. Can you believe we've done over 250 pages of this stupid book? It's hilarious. I know it's not a stupid book. I know that. I know. The banality of evil. Hannah Arendt. In 1961, the philosopher Hannah Arendt witnessed the trial of Adolf Eichmann, one of the architects of the Holocaust. In her book, Eichmann in Jerusalem, Arendt writes of the apparent everydayness of Eichmann. The figure before her in the dock did not resemble the kind of monster we might imagine. In fact, he would not have looked out of place in a cafe or in the street. Remember, she's watching the trials. She's there and everything. She's seeing all these people going on trial. She's like, that's just the guy right there. That's just a guy in a suit sitting behind the glass. After witnessing the trial, Arendt came to the conclusion that evil does not come from malevolence or in a delight in doing wrong. Instead, she suggests, the reasons people act in such ways is that they fall victim to failures of thinking and judgment. Oppressive political systems are able to take advantage of our tendencies towards such failures and can make acts that we might usually consider to be unthinkable seem normal. The idea that evil is banal does not strip evil acts of their horror. Instead, refusing to see people who commit terrible acts as monsters brings these acts closer to our everyday lives, challenging us to consider how evil may be something of which we are all capable. We should guard against the failures of our political regimes, says Arendt, and the possible failures in our own thinking or judgment. Pay attention. Know who you are, I guess, right? The banality of evil. This idea is expressed in two different things that I'll talk to you about. One, we're going to get a little deep and a little heavy right here. There was a town outside of Auschwitz that the people in the town complained of a smell. And so in order to get over that smell, they had their bakeries going. They pumped out a bunch of bread, cookies, and delectables out of their bakery in this town to help overcome the smell that was off in the distance. They didn't know what the hell that smell was. They were like, what is that? We gotta get past that. That smell was Auschwitz. You know what I mean? A death camp. Off in the distance. You got people baking cookies so they can forget that there's a death camp going off in the distance. That's pretty banal. Number 2. The Stanford prison experiment. That's 3. Number 2 is the experiment, the very famous experiment in the 60s where you volunteered and the person running the experiment said, here's what you're going to do. You're going to ask a guy on the other side of an intercom system a series of questions. And every time they get one of those questions wrong, you zap them with an increasing amount of voltage. And that'll be how you teach them, that'll be how they learn, and every time they get an answer wrong, you increase the voltage. And so the first one is like a buzzer, like a hand buzzer, all the way up to Georgia. Okay? all the way up to Texas. All right, that's all the way from hand buzzer to Texas. It's the strength of the voltage that you're going to give these people. All right, and so during the experiment, because they had a person over here constantly telling them, "You're a part of an experiment. Don't worry. You're a part of an experiment. Don't worry." Like they were like, "All right," you know. Meanwhile, the guy on the other end of the intercom is dying because of the zaps they're getting from the electricity. Okay? But the person asking the questions is listening to the person getting zapped and struggling to answer the questions, and they're getting them wrong, so they have to keep pumping up the electricity. Meanwhile, the controller of the experiment's like, "You're fine. Nothing's wrong. You're fine. Nothing's wrong." How banal is that? Over, I think, 80% of the people, 70 to 80%, if I remember correctly, went all the way to the end of the shock. They Texas shocked the hell out of their subjects. And it wasn't until at the end of the experiment that they realized there's no one on the other end of the intercom. It's all a game. No one's actually getting shocked. But here you are. You think you're shocking someone, and they're they're dead. They're not making it. There were some people that kept asking questions and kept shocking with no response. No response is a wrong response. Shock them. I don't wanna. It's okay. You're fine. All right, man. Texas. Number 3. Stanford prison experiment. I read about this. It's a great book. Beyond Evil or something like I can't remember. But it talks. The guy that ran the experiment wrote a book about it, and so if you look up Stanford prison experiment and a book about it, go get the book. It's a great, one of the creepiest books you're ever gonna read. And the movie, I think Stanford, I don't know, they do a movie about it, and it's a good movie. It doesn't quite capture the actual, like, je ne sais quoi of the experiment. What they did is they took college students in Stanford, and they turned them into prisoners and they turned them into guards. And it was like a 2-week experiment, like, and they somehow, the professor was able to get like a little area out on the campus of Stanford, and turn that into a jail, and within 18 hours, they had already had someone quit. I think 18, maybe a day and a half, maybe someone quit a day into it, a 2-week experiment. They paid all of their people like $100. Of course, back in like the 70s, and when they were doing the experiment, like $100 is $100. That's a good amount, you know. So these people got paid $100, $200 to go be prisoner or a guard. And what happened is within a day or two, the guards became vicious. I think they ended the experiment after like 5-6 days. They had a 2-week time. You know, all because of the suppositions and the prepositions and the propositions of power and control. The banality of evil. College students. They showed some of the students like meeting up after the experiment, and some of the guys didn't want to like shake hands. No, man, you're evil. It's crazy. The banality of evil. We all have it in us. Or at least we might have it in us. To just do dumb, evil shit, you know? Alright, so, let's get out of the deep. Let's get back into learning. Reason lives in language. Emmanuel Levinas. Levinas's ideas are most easily understood through looking at an example. He says reason lives in language, okay? Imagine that you are walking down the street on a cold winter evening and you see a beggar huddled in the doorway. She may not even be asking for change, but somehow you can't help feeling some obligation to respond to this stranger's need. You may choose to ignore her, but even if you do, something has already been communicated to you. The fact that this is a person who needs your help. Levinas was a Jew Lithuanian who lived through the Holocaust. He says that reason lives in language, in totality and infinity. A book he wrote in 1961. Explaining that language is the way that we communicate with others even before we have started to speak. Whenever I see the face of another person, the fact that this is another human being and that I have a responsibility for them is instantly communicated. The brotherhood of humanity, I guess. I can turn away from this responsibility, but I cannot escape it. This is why reason arises out of the face-to-face relationships we have with each other. It is because we are faced by the needs of other human beings that we must offer justifications for our actions. Well, I'm doing this for myself, and here's why. I'm doing this for you, and here's why. Even if you do not give your change to the beggar, you find yourself having to justify your choice. There's a reason to everything. There's a reason you walk past that person. There's a reason you stopped in front of them and said, "Hey, how you doing?" What is that reason? All right, well, that's pretty deep. Is there like a brotherhood to it all? Like an inherency to humanity? I don't know. In order to see the world, section 3, third section, a little bit longer. In order to see the world, we must break with our familiar acceptance of it. Maurice Merleau-Ponty. The idea that philosophy begins with our ability to wonder at the world goes back as far as ancient Greece. Usually we take our everyday lives for granted, but Aristotle claimed that if we want to understand the world more deeply, we have to put aside our familiar acceptance of things. And nowhere, perhaps, is this harder to do than in the realm of our experience. After all, what could be more reliable than the facts of direct perception? French philosopher Merleau-Ponty was interested in looking more closely at our experience of the world and in questioning our everyday assumptions. This puts him in the tradition known as Phenomenology, an approach to philosophy pioneered by Edmund Husserl at the beginning of the 20th century. Husserl wanted to explore first-person experience in a systematic way, while putting aside all assumptions about it. The body subject. Merleau-Ponty takes up Husserl's approach, but with one important difference. He is concerned that Husserl ignores what is most important about our experience. The fact that it consists not just of mental experience, but also of bodily experience. In his most important book, The Phenomenology of Perception, Merleau-Ponty explores this idea and comes to the conclusion that the mind and the body are not separate entities. A thought that contradicts a long philosophical tradition championed by Descartes. For Merleau-Ponty, we have to see that thought and perception are embodied and that the world, consciousness, and that the body are all part of a single system. And his alternative to the disembodied mind proposed by Descartes is what he calls the body subject. In other words, Merleau-Ponty rejects the dualist view that the world is made of two separate entities called mind and matter. I was thinking about this the other day before we continue on, and kind of in the same vein. If you break a piece off of the oldest living organism in the world, hold on. A mycelial network is a network of mycelia, which could, in a sense, it moves. A tree can move. Living things can move. However fast they move or however slow they move. I was thinking, you know how in Lord of the Rings the Ents, the walking living trees, always talk a little bit slower because they're trees. And life just goes on a little bit longer for a tree than it does for a human. I don't know, I just maybe we're all part of a mycelial network and we're all just kind of one mushroom together, you know? Maybe we're all like one tree, just kind of all hanging out. You know, our roots, sometimes we dig our roots in the ground and we become part of the next tree. You know, but we move a little faster because we're smaller, more agile forms of a tree. I don't know. But if you, it's just bonkers to think that a tree could move if it wanted to. Because he was interested in seeing the world anew, Merleau-Ponty took an interest in cases of abnormal experience, like thinking about mobile trees. For example, he believed that the phantom limb phenomenon, in which an amputee feels his missing limb, shows that the body cannot simply be a machine. The phantom limb phenomenon is, if I was to, if that part of my arm is gone, just gone, boop, gone, I would still feel this limb, this part of my arm, you know, and it's phantom limb. If it were, the body would no longer acknowledge the missing part. But it still exists for the subject because the limb has always been bound up with the subject's will. In other words, the body is never just a body. It is always a lived body. What? Merleau-Ponty's focus on the role of the body in experience and his insights into the nature of the mind as fundamentally embodied have led to a revival of interest in his work among cognitive scientists. Many recent developments in cognitive science seem to bear out his ideas that once we break with our familiar acceptance of the world, experience is very strange indeed. Very strange indeed. How do you see the world? If you were deaf, you would see the world differently, but it would still be the same world. If you were blind, you would see the world differently, but it's still the same world. If you were stuck in a wheelchair, you would see the world differently, but it's still the same world. And yet we're all seeing it differently. We've all got our own different perspectives of the same world. It's kind of bonkers. Good morning, and let's get the hell out of here. We had a hell of a day today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you, Penny. Thank you to my moderators. Michael, if you no, you can still echolocation. Blind folks actually they speak of the fact that like they actually like can put it into a frame of reference inside of whatever visual field they have per their imagination. Like they have like an echolocation type thing where you gotta look it up. It's really interesting. Blind folks are really neat in how they overcome and how they deal with and incorporate and such. Like some of them can probably like run races faster than I can. So I don't know. I know that like if I can't hear anything, I'm done, right? If I can't, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's just a whole other way of looking at the world now. Alright, now I gotta learn, you know. It's been a hell of a day. Hell of a day. Let's get out of here. Jimmy Max, have a good day, everyone. Good, you too, Jimmy. Let's scroll out of here. Let's scroll me out. Penny, thank you. Jesus Christ, hey, how you doing, my guy? I didn't see Jesus walk in. Herbie says, do blind folks see anything when they're dreaming? Do you? What do you see when your eyes are closed? How are you seeing anything when you're dreaming? You know what I mean? What do you see when you're dreaming? Wow. How do you know that you're seeing anything? Dreams. It's kind of bonkers actually to think about, like how am I seeing anything when I'm dreaming, and yet I'm not blind? I don't know. It's so weird. All right, let's scroll out of here. Laura Divine, we'll start. You have a beautiful day, Laura. You have a beautiful day, Catzilla. We'll start with Clean Grow. Love you some bud grease people. There we go. Anthony T. See you all tomorrow. Yeah, all right. Michael Allen. Bye, Rock and have a fun week. Yeah, you too. And you're from Mama. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Yeah, all right. Herbie, Jinx, Michael Allen, Lowell, Catzilla. Have a great day, everyone. Right? And then Bubblegum Keller with the emotes. And Derek Anderson says, thank you, Brock, and everyone, for a wonderful morning. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Lord Divine says, love you all. Have a wonderful day. Now my mama says, Laura Emo Heart. Oh, yeah. Michael Allen, but I've seen things like a tree, so my brain shows like a tree. Oh, no, Jesus Christ, with blind people dream by using the come on, you talking about their dogs? No, the dog doesn't sleep next to them, so they can, come on, Jesus Christ. Michael Patterson, Shantae Brock, keep the dream alive. Jimmy Max, love y'all, have a wonderful day. Yeah, Herbie, much love, Brock and crew. Michael Allen, LOL, it's fun to think about. A little amount, emotes and to everyone. We've got Paige. Paige, we got Hoser with have a great day, Brock and T Crew. I don't know how Hoser goes in the sense of like a Meatloaf song or anything like that. Penny, see everyone tomorrow. Thank you again, Brock. Absolutely, Penny. Thank you again for making my day just a little bit brighter and a little bit better. All right, I didn't think meatloaf was going to work, but you know, that's kind of what meatloaf does, is it works, whether or not you think it's going to. All right, Mary Michael, peace and love, everyone. Let's go, let's go. Peace and love, everyone, T Crew. Brock, have a wonderful day, everyone. Okay, Pacers, love you, Brock and Shaq. Jesus Christ, see you, Brock, take care. Absolutely. Sam Posick, haha, this is Gold, Derek Anderson, hold on. Sleep with dogs, wake up with fleas. Wait a second. Sue Little Meyer, it's been an entertaining day. Thank you, everyone. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. Mr. Anderson, yes, my ex is like that, too. What is your, are you actually, what's going on? All right, here we go. Herbie Von Werby says, Scottish meatloaf. I don't want to do Scottish meatloaf. We're not doing Scottish meatloaf. We're doing, way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. It gets hot. The was. Peace, much and love. Have a kick-ass day, Peach. Brock rocks for remembering my love for Hoser. Absolutely. Derek Anderson. Allen and the emotes. Michael Manmore emotes. Exception to the rule. Have a wonderful day. Love you guys. Absolutely. All right. I didn't think we were going to do the was up and up and down the puppy's hair, fleas, and ticks jump everywhere. Absolutely. Jesus Christ. My ex right now is sleeping in my carport. I just don't think... Alright. I think we've hit the end. We've hit the end. Let's get out of here, okay? I love you guys. Don't forget that if you give a hug, you get a hug back. Too legit. You are not too legit to hug, okay? You're not. Hey, too legit to, I don't know how, you know, it's like too legit to quit. There we go. I don't know. And cut it out. Dave Coulier, right? Let's get the hell out of here. I was gonna fight Josh Blue today. What the hell?